hooded eyes are actually really, really normal. And I think that's the thing that I want to stress today. I want to stress that it's normal, and the more we talk about it, the more we actually normalize it, and it doesn't appear to be something that's just happening to you. You don't feel singled out. In fact, like I write about in my blog, so many women that you look at as aesthetically beautiful, so you sort of like put them up on a pedestal, they have hooded eyes. It's just that between airbrushing and makeup and CGI and the surgery that you don't see behind the scenes, there's no way for you to really know what's real and what's not. So that is what I want to make clear to you today, because I don't want you to feel like, oh, why is this just happening to me? It is normal, my friends. So unless it's affecting your vision or making you feel tired, which is kind of what has happened to me over the years. I noticed that heavy skin, especially when I'm stressed out, that fatigue would really take a toll, and my eyes would actually feel heavier and even more tired than I truly felt. And that I know is very annoying, and especially if it affects your vision. Then you might want to take advantage of number one, which is the most obvious, probably surgery. Surgery is the only tried and true remedy, solution, whatever you want to call it, for hooded eyes, period. Removing that skin and basically sewing it back up, removing it, taking it away, is the only way to permanently solve the issue of hooded eyes if it's something that bothers you. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we know that's absolutely the most permanent. Let's go to number two. There are treatments like lasers. Tixel is one of them. And lasers are an option. So they really encourage the skin, much like other treatments do, only they do it via heat. With lasers, encourage the skin to kind of repair itself, right? It's healing, it's repairing itself. And whenever it goes through that process, it's going to renew the skin cells. And often those laser treatments, they can be very effective, although they're not permanent. They will be costly because you will, and I know costly is subjective. It depends on how much you have in your bank, how much you want to spend. But what I want to stress is for the average person like myself, it would be costly to have it done. Something to consider, right? Less than surgery, but still you will need multiple treatments. And you also have to consider, like with surgery, that there's going to be downtime involved. So I just want you to know that if you have these things done, it's not just the time and money it takes to actually do it, but the time and maybe that equals money for you that you're going to have to consider, because you have to have downtime to actually heal. Okay, so lasers comes number two. And of course there's other things, like I said, there are other services that I wrote about on my blog that you can try that are sort of temporary solutions for helping kind of lift maybe that skin. A couple of those would be like microcurrent, which is, there's arguments on both sides. Yes, microcurrent works, which I have used it in a practice that I've worked for before. I thought I did see some good results, but albeit they're temporary, and you do, in my opinion, have to use something like that regularly to really see any type of sustainable result. And then it's kind of like a workout for your skin, a workout for the muscles. When you stop, just like when you go to the gym and then you stop, it's going to go away. The result is going to go away. Any result that you see, that you might see, that is also probably going to be minor. Okay, another temporary solution, and my favorite before we get to the number three, is really makeup. Makeup is highly underestimated. Anytime we want to create illusions, to create a more lifted eye, we can turn to makeup. I personally use a matte beige brow highlighter. That's what I use in my line. I have it in tons of my videos on TikTok, and I'll apply it right underneath that brow bone, and that instantly gives you this nice little eye lift. I also drag it down here in the corner. I'll do a whole video on these techniques for you soon. And so you can drag it down here in the corner. That really lightens and brightens up the entire eye area. You can use it here on the side to give your eyes a little bonus lift, your face a little bonus lift. So there's so many ways that you can use makeup, and I'm not talking about hour-long YouTube videos here. I'm talking about things that are very efficient, effective, very quick, easy for you to do, especially if you're over 40 and you're busy like myself, whether you're a busy mom or you have a small business, whatever the case is, you know, if you're working, you know, if you work outside in a professional field, regardless, we're all busy. And so I know that you don't have a lot of time. So any tips that I give you are always going to be with the intention, with the mindset of knowing that you don't have time on your side. Okay, so makeup is very effective. It's also the most affordable option I can give for you. Now, last but not least, if you're wanting to strengthen the overall integrity of the eye area and you understand, you go in with a piece that this is not surgery, this is not a laser treatment, you can use products that are collagen stimulating. Now, one thing that we're often kind of misled, I've noticed, by marketers is that something that is called collagen means that it's going to stimulate your collagen. And in fact, it's simply not true. You have to have the right actives. You have to, when I say actives, I refer that term has changed over the years, but actives I'm going to refer to are things that stimulate collagen, okay? So think retinol or peptides or acids. Even vitamin C and niacinamide, things like that, play a real supporting, they're supporting team members, let's say, for those other actives. Hyaluronic acid even is a supportive player, because all of those things need to be intact for these superstar sexy players to work, right? Those things that you always hear about, the retinols. But my point is that when you use the right products around your eye area, it can strengthen the integrity of your skin. So when you do that, along with making sure that you're using an SPF, and by the way, I know the eye area can be really sensitive. I know my eyes are really sensitive. So what I would recommend is that you use a water gel based SPF around your eye area, especially around the top part here, and stay above the fold area. Product, when it heats up with your skin, it spreads. So just know that, whether you're applying it above or below. But for that reason, I advise that you use a water-based gel type of SPF. I have written about some of my favorites in my blog post titled Other Beauty Brands I'm Loving. So if you want to check that out, I have the direct links. Otherwise, you can just Google or go to Amazon and type that in, and it will give you some options. And I feel like, you know, staying away from oily products around the eye areas will ensure that it doesn't seep into your eyes and create irritation. Okay, so you have to use those actives, use those products that stimulate collagen, but the other key is using that SPF so that you don't further break down the collagen. So will this be like surgery or lasers? No. But the good news is that, you know, it will help, again, with the overall integrity of the skin. And I don't want you to ever think that it can't, you know, the things I'd ever say, it can't get worse, because my friend, it can get worse and it might get worse, but there are things that will make us feel satisfied when we know we're doing all we can, right? When we know that we are taking back that power, to know that if we do these things, then we are protecting and correcting at the same time. And if we know if we do these things, it is unlikely that we will have the appearance of prematurely aging the skin, okay? So those are things to bear in mind. I have a lot of peace with that. I know things can get worse, so I love the idea of being really proactive, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So I will do another video in the near future and elaborate on ways to do this. I'll give you some products that I personally like and use. Sometimes I'll give you products from my line. Sometimes they will be from my back bar or other products that I use. Whatever I think can serve you best, that is what I'm here for. If you liked the information that I have given you today, please like and subscribe to my channel. And in the comment section, let me know what you like or didn't like. That's fine, so that I know what I can continue to serve you best with. So until next time, my friend, remember, the more you know, the more you glow. So ciao for now. Bye.